difference is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
He didn't just deny it. He put Butler up in the red zone. Excellent play. When they made excellent points on the board, when this drive is over.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Hey, 56.
Here's Brady to throw. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them in no game.
No score after one. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And Brady's throw there, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. Now what do you do here?
To me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bucs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. Right at the 30. A first down throw for Mills. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, Mills. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Looking to throw is Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Brady. He's got Otten on the out route. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Up the gut, Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments that then repeated the last drive. Series to series, the best team, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Mills. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mills. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now Brady. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Just the defensive defender on that one. He got all his keys correctly and got a great break on the ball. And able to force that incompletion.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On play action, now Brady. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And this connection there, he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the...
He's got a man, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
On second down, here's Pierce. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now Mills on 4th down. Dorsett's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Now Mills. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Mills. It's caught left side by Cooks. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Going for it with Pierce. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin with a run by Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 4th and 14.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles. You're talking to this defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. We're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. It's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Give left side for Pierce. And he works his way free all the way down the outskirts of the red zone. Mills on 1st down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal flow of delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Philip Dorsett, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. This one taken in by Otten. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Fournette. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 4 for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action, now it's Brady. He'll buy some time right. Underneath, he's got Brady. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A handoff to Fournette. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor out of the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Smart enough to avoid the taunting here. I guarantee you, Clark was told that you don't want to stop coming after me down the field because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Brady got to have this one. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. From 17 yards out. And the Buccaneers put together a fourth quarter drive to take the lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score, Buccaneers 21, Texans 18.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Mills. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Fournette, a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Maybe a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short of the first down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. Couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down to come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Allen. He'll get this complete to Collins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Left side, it's Dorsett. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. That's underneath to Pierce. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mills back to throw. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now Mills. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want with football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 56.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Not the best of plays here as a quarterback. Your right-handed rolling ball. Try to throw that far in.
Remember coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Throwing is Allen. Here we go, this to avoid overtime. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. So the Texans will have the first opportunity here in the overtime session as we are back underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone in this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulous as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
First throw of overtime, Mills. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here at overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt. It helps out your defense with field position.
And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Fourth down, Mills. Oh, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal, coming back the other way.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Leonard Fournette. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and will bring up a 3rd down.
Then all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. What can Brady do now with his drive? Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Brady going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. First and 10, it's Pierce. Oh, there he goes, left side. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and a game winner in OT. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. Let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.